guys, TurtleDogDare here, and welcome back to Minecraft. Now today I'm back on my ComputerCraft world, still sick, so once again, please excuse the coughing and the scratchy morning voicey thing. I like it just as little as you do, but there's not much I can do about it. So today we're going to be going over a little API I've been writing. It uses miscellaneous peripherals and ComputerCraft to create a better experience with the Smart Helmet. The visual display is a bit glitched, I don't know why, but you can see we've got this bar up at the top. And just edit test. Whoops. Hang on, that was from me actually building the API. Sorry about that. Yeah. Edit test. There we go. Alright, so normally, to use the small net sender and the Smart Helmet, you would do something like s equals peripheral dot wrap, in my case right, then you do s.send smart helmet, which is literally the only thing that it works with, so I don't even know why you have to do that. Probably because he's planning to expand it, but there's literally nothing you can do with it other than that. And let's give it a message. Hi. Now if I run test, you can see we get a little message, hi, up in the corner. Right here. Hi. But that's really unwieldy, and it's not very easy to use, and well, yeah. Let's do something a little better. Let's use the sHelm API. So let's start off with sHelm.attach sender. This will automatically find and wrap your sender peripheral. If you have more than one attached, it goes in a specific order, so it's going to find the first one and stop. To be specific, it starts on the left side and goes clockwise around to the front, then it goes top and bottom. Now that we've done that, we can do sHelm.send, and we don't need to put the stupid Smart Helmet thing on or anything weird like that. We can simply say hi, how are you? And if I save and exit, and I do test, you can see it printed out, hi, how are you? If I edit test again, we can also do, well, let's define a table. Let's do t equals hi, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. Alright, there's our table. Now, if we do sHelm.send table and input a table name, in our case T, we can then run the program, and we'll say, hi. Whoa, that's weird. Oh yeah, it didn't complete. It's not quite long enough to completely clear off what was there before. So it said, hi, how are you? Because we have the hi, how are you? And it sent our table one by one. Now, if we say add a number onto the end of this, it will then put that amount of delay in seconds between each item in the table. So as you can see, it kind of scrolled in, hi, how are you? I'm fine, thanks. Now if we edit test, that's all well and good. But what if we want to clear it? Well, that's easy too. Just sHelm dot clear. Boom. And it's gone. Edit test. Then now there's a couple more things you can do with it. If I just let's get a button. Now if I say sHelm dot send on trigger left hello. Now if I save and exit, test. Oops. Oh yeah, because I didn't push the button. What this will do is it'll wait for a redstone signal from the specified side, like my RS wait program, but then it'll send the message. We can also, if we want, add an extra parameter of the delay after you trigger it before it actually goes. So 1 Mississippi. Perfect. Edit test. Alright. So then, but it doesn't work with tables because that has to be a string. It just doesn't work. So what if we want to send a table on a trigger? Well, we can use sHelm.sendTable on trigger. Left. Hola. And then, like the one before, we can have a delay before it starts, so let's set that to 2. But we can also have, like with send table, a delay between the tables. Between the table items. And actually, sorry about that. That needs to be our table name, and this, we'll say it'll be 1. Actually, let's set this to 0 for now, and let's test. Like a boss. Now if we edit test again, we can set this to 1. And like if we were using send table, when we press the button, it'll scroll them in. Now, if we edit test, allow me to just quickly comment this stuff out so it's out of our way. And okay, that should work, I think. Anyway, now we can try out the last function, which is, let's just real quick do an sHelm.send hi and sleep for 1 second. Well, no, we don't need to do that. What we can do is sHelm.clear on trigger. And we still need to put aside, and we can still put a delay, just like with the other on trigger commands. But now, instead of printing a message, when it gets our trigger, it'll clear the screen. So that's actually about it. Normally, you would have to os.load API, sHelm, to get it to work, but I have it installed manually in my mod folder. So yeah, I don't have to, but I guess we should look at the code. Yes. Alright, so this is the code. You can see there are 7 functions in this API. Attach sender, basically I have a for loop that runs 6 times, and changes side each time, and then it'll check if the peripheral on that side is a small net sender, and if there's no peripheral, it'll come up with nil instead of erroring out, so it's not a problem, and it'll find that peripheral as Helm. And of course, break the loop. And that's pretty much it. Send message just takes the original send function and gets rid of the smart helmet hassle by taking a message parameter and automatically putting in the smart helmet for you. Send table takes a table and a delay. This delay equals delay or nil. This is what I'm doing to decide to make the delay parameter optional. When you run the function, it'll either define delay as itself, or if it can't because there is no delay, it'll define it as nil. The program, the function won't error, and it's all good. Then, for every item in the table, and this this pound sign or hashtag, as it's come to be known, basically just says get the length of this. Get the length of this variable, in our case table. And so for 1 through the length of table, so it goes through the whole table, but stops as soon as it's done, because I don't know how long your table is going to be. It's going to send table I, which is going to be the key number for the item in your table it's on. The only drawback is that you can't define in your table variables for your stuff, or it'll skip over them. Then, if delay is nil, if delay is not equal to nil, so if delay exists, then it'll sleep for the amount of time you set for delay. Otherwise, it'll just end. And yeah, that's about it for send table. Makes delay optional. Then, for a number being 1 through the number of items in table, it'll send the table item, check if delay is set, and if it is, sleep for that delay. Otherwise, it'll move on to the next item. The clear function is really simple. All it is a for loop that 5 times sends a blank message. Now what this will do is there are 5 lines on this sHelm, this Smart Helmet display. Once there are already 5 lines, another line will bump it. The top line will go off the screen. So if we send 5 empty lines with no text in them, those lines it considers to be there, and so it's bumping the old stuff off the screen, but there's no actual text, so it's just empty lines, and it completely clears it. The function. Now we get on to the complex stuff. Yeah. Again, we have the optional delay. And what this is going to do is it's going to constantly check if it's getting a redstone input from the side you specified. If it does, it'll check if delay is not nil and sleep for the amount of delay. Once it's done with that, whether there's delay or not, it'll send the message using the send function up here. And then it'll break the loop so that it stops waiting. If it doesn't find a redstone input, it sleeps for 1/10 of a tick, 100th of a second. Just so it... The only reason you need this at all is to stop it from crashing because it didn't get an input. It didn't get a response, so you need this to keep it from crashing, but 100th of a second isn't enough sleep time to make any difference whatsoever. Just it makes the computer think it got a response. That's pretty much that. Send table on trigger is a bit more complicated because we also have this table delay function thrown in here. Both delay and table delay are once again optional. Then it's doing the same thing. It's still checking if delay is needed. But then we have this other if statement. Basically, if table delay is there, then we send the table as itself and table delay. Otherwise, we send the table as just the table. because I may change that. Actually, why don't we test something? I'm going to come in here, and just for the fun of it, I'm going to... Oh, I can't. I need to do it in here and reboot. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've worked out the bugs. Now we can keep going and see if this works, because I am not sure whether it will. So, edit test. We're going to take off our comments. Yep. However, edit test. That was with delay. I don't normally debug and stuff on camera. Whoa! That actually flippin' worked. Oh, well then. I stand corrected. Alright. Alright, let's move on real quick to clear on trigger. It takes side and delay. Delay is optional, as always. It's the same as send on trigger, except instead of sending the message, it clears using this clear function. And that's it. It's literally it. So I will be releasing this in the description while Windows Media Player is rendering the video out. I'll be protecting the API against variable changes, just in case. I trust you guys, but I don't trust you guys. It's alright. If you break the API, that's your fault, but I'd prefer to leave it as unbreakable as possible before I release it. But, oh yeah, and also, oh, I just realized the problem. Okay, hang on. Alright, fix the problem. Kind of. So, Pastebin.com. So this is my Pastebin. I just create it. As soon as I've protected and stuff, it will be uploaded as this code, NS8 PVBGX. That's capital N, capital S, 8, lowercase PVBG, capital X. Unfortunately I haven't finished it yet, so yeah, that was why there was a problem. Because I couldn't show you how to install it. But, my name is Triple Thug Dare. I hope you have enjoyed. thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment, and subscribe. And of course, go download the program. Because why not? It makes the smart helmet just so much easier to use. I will probably be updating this soon as well, because there is a lot more I want to do with this. But other than that, I will see you guys next time. Later. Okay guys, just a quick fix for what I said a moment ago. It is just way too hard to make an API secure like that. I'm not gonna bother. If you break the API, oh well, it'll fix itself next time you load it. Okay? Okay. See you guys later. Bye.